Should the New York Jets go running back early in the NFL draft in 2022? I say no. Here's why. Hey, what's going on? I am Matt O'Leary back with another video, and today I will be talking about why the Jets should not go running back early in the 2022 NFL Draft. Before we get started today, I just wanted to mention that you can follow me on social media at Matt O'Leary NY. If you haven't already, please make sure to check out the Just Jets podcast. New episodes drop every single Monday. And of course, the Patreon, Matt O'Leary NY over on Patreon. You get a ton of bonus content. We got mock draft Mondays, player write-ups, evals, data, all that good stuff. Make sure to check it out. It's greatly appreciated. So here's a topic that's been discussed a little bit more so recently, not any time previously, but Mel Kiper had the New York Jets going with a running back with the 38th pick in the NFL draft. And there's been some talk about maybe going with a guy like Breece Hall, Isaiah Spiller, Kenneth Walker, someone like that will more than likely be a second round running back. I don't think we see a running back go in round one of this year's draft class. So I think there's going to be a few who come off the board in the second round, like those three that I just listed off. But should the Jets be interested in any of those three guys? I think no. I would say no. Just because where I think you find the best value is in that third, fourth, fifth round window a lot of time. And I don't see the pressing issue to get a running back at the top of the second round with the other needs that this Jets team has. Like, I mean, let's face it. I could think of four positions off the top of my head that I think you definitely need another starter at. And your best chance of landing a starter is earlier in the draft. So edge, wide receiver, linebacker, safety, I would totally consider before I would consider taking a running back. I would also more than likely consider either going with depth on the offensive line, whether it's on the interior or tackle depth, maybe interior defensive line, but you could sell me on waiting and taking a running back instead of interior defensive line. But to me, I think the sweet spot is once again the fourth round, which ironically is where you found Michael Carter last year, who I think is a really nice running back. And you could probably have someone to pair him with, along with Tevin Coleman, who impressed me last year. But they definitely need one more back. I'm not saying, don't go into next year without getting another back. It's just I don't think it's necessary to take one in the first two rounds. I think maybe third round is the earliest I would consider it. But again, I think I'm going to list off some guys who I think would make sense. And to me, they're fourth round picks, which is fine. Again, like Michael Carter last year, you can get some pretty good value here. And I think the Jets should look for a bigger body running back to kind of complement Michael Carter because he's a little bit on the smaller side and uses his speed. And that's kind of what Tevin Coleman's game is as well. So maybe a guy like Brian Robinson, 6'1", 226 out of Alabama. He's a more powerful running back. Jerome Ford's another one, 5'11", 209. He put up phenomenal numbers at Cincinnati, by the way. So I think he would be a really nice find in this draft. Damon Pierce is someone who might go a little bit earlier, so maybe that's a third round, but 5'10", 220, and maybe one of my favorite running backs in this class. Now, I'm not saying the best, but just somebody that I like and, value-wise always comes into play here too, is Tyler Algier from BYU. So that would be reuniting, obviously, Zach Wilson, who went to college at BYU, to Tyler Algier. Did you know that he played linebacker at first and then transitioned to running back when he was at college? I recently learned that, which I found interesting. But yeah, I would wait. I don't think it's that pressing of an issue where the Jets should be looking to tackle it on night one or early in night two. Like I said, maybe in the third round. I think that's probably a little bit too early for my taste, but man, there's going to be some pretty good running backs available for you in the fourth round. There is every single year. And again, like you're not looking for, they don't desperately need a running back where like a team like, I don't know, who's a more complete team or close to a complete team who can go running back in the second round. Arizona, maybe a team like that. I could see taking a running back early. Miami is maybe a team that I could see taking a running back early-ish, like second round early. But I don't see it for this Jets team. Especially just based on what we've seen from Joe Douglas in his first two drafts. It would surprise me if he valued that position to spend a second round pick on it. And I think that would be the right call. I think it would be a mistake to do that. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below or on social media. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, I am Matt O'Leary. Subscribe if you're new. I'll talk to you next time.